Hey everyone! Today we're making a Birch Shavings hot process soap using one of our best-selling seasonal fragrance oils. It'll be used in a rustic woodsy bar with earthy notes and a creamy lather. This method cooks the soap to completion in a slow cooker, which means a faster cure and that classic handmade look. Let's jump in. Prepping your raw materials for hot process soap is pretty much the same as it is for the cold process method. Measure all your ingredients using a lab or kitchen scale so you can follow the recipe precisely. Once measured, add the pumice olive oil, palm oil, coconut oil, shea butter, castor, and sweet almond into a slow cooker and turn the heat on low to melt the solids. While those are warming up, measure the distilled water into a heat-safe container. Slowly pour sodium hydroxide lye into the water, never the other way around, and stir gently until dissolved. This solution will heat up quickly. Check in on your oils to make sure the mixture is liquid. When they are, turn the slow cooker off. After the lye solution cools down to about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll add it to the oils straight in the crock pot. Slowly pour the lye solution into the oils. Use an immersion blender to get the soap to trace. One of my favorite things about making hot process soap is that you don't have to worry about over blending. You'll know the soap is ready to cook when it thickens up to a pudding consistency. At this point, turn the heat back to low and cover. Let that soap cook. It'll go through a couple phases, so it's really important to keep a close eye on it while it goes through the cooking process. You're basically watching the soap go through gel phase when you use the hot process method. This is when the soap gets hot enough to turn translucent as a saponification reaction occurs. It happens over the course of around 24 hours when you insulate a cold process recipe in a mold as it hardens. This reaction is sped up thanks to the slow, steady heat of a crock pot, which forces the soap through gel phase in a couple hours. You'll see it go through the pudding phase, which is opaque, thick, and creamy, the taffy phase, when the edges start to gel and darken as the soap bubbles up, and finally the Vaseline phase, which is pretty self-explanatory. I know it can be tempting to open the slow cooker and stir to encourage the soap to cook evenly, but doing this will allow moisture to escape and make the batter pretty hard to mold later on. Regardless, keep a close eye and a spatula on hand. If your slow cooker runs on the hot side, the soap might volcano and bubble out from under the lid entirely, which is a huge mess to take care of. Unless it looks like it's about to explode, just patiently watch the batter change from opaque pudding to a translucent paste. Once it reaches that Vaseline-like texture, the cook is complete. Let's see if the soap is ready for the last couple steps. Before jumping in, make sure you've got everything you need measured and ready to go. Start with the color, or rather the absence of color. To match the fragrance, I want these bars to be a soft white color like birch bark. Titanium dioxide is great for giving soap a clean white look, but it really helps to have it mixed into a lightweight liquid oil to mix it evenly. Add 2 teaspoons of titanium dioxide dispersed in 2 tablespoons of sweet almond oil to the soap and stir well. Follow up right away with the fragrance. Birch Shavings is crisp, refreshing, and natural. It's popular with the guys, but anyone who likes the icy botanical smell of winter should give it a try. It smells so clean and fresh in soap. Give the soap a vigorous stir so everything is uniform before scooping a layer into your loaf mold. For an extra design element, dust some earthy dark green mica powder between layers of soap to mimic the look of a birch tree. The soap will be thick, almost like mashed potatoes, so tap the mold gently to release air pockets, and smooth the top with a spatula or spoon. Even with lots of liquid oils in this recipe, it'll be ready to unmold a lot faster than cold process soap because a lot of the water has already been cooked out. After unmolding, some say that hot process soap is technically safe to use right away, but we prefer to let it cure for at least 2 weeks to harden the bars and improve longevity. I love these bars because of their soft, creamy lather that olive oil is so great for, but still firm and cleansing. It's a rich, moisturizing recipe with a clean forest aroma and a beautifully rustic look. If you haven't already made hot process soap, this is definitely the season to try it. It'll keep your workshop smelling and feeling cozy throughout the winter months. Not to mention, the quicker cure time is a handy trick to have during the busy season if you need to get soap on your shelves fast to keep up with the rush. Be sure to check out our Birch Shavings fragrance if you like clean, crisp, and green scents, and stay tuned for more featured fragrances in our next videos. Until then, I'm Beth, and I'll catch y'all again soon. Bye, fragrance fam!